Hello, my name is Keith Gorsuch, and we're going to talk about the engine that you want to put in your car. There comes a time in any vintage car builder's experience that they've got to decide whether they want to go for an economy engine or a powerful engine. My suggestion is that you go with a powerful engine. After all, there's just no replacement for displacement. Bigger engine, the better. Doesn't matter what you're putting it in, but the more power that you have, better off it is most of the time. You can still baby the gas pedal so you can get a little bit better, more fuel economy for it. But if you put a good, strong motor in to begin with, you're not ever going to worry about it later on. Argument can be made, well, why don't I just put a smaller motor in? Well, you could, I guess. But if it were up to me, I would put a larger motor in. Maybe just build it down a little bit so it's not as powerful. That way in the future, if you ever want to do something to it, if you want to gain more power to it, it doesn't take quite as much to do. With a couple of small add-ons, you can add more horsepower to a larger motor than to get that same horsepower reading out of a smaller motor. I mean, look at it this way. To get 400 horsepower out of a 400 cubic inch motor is a lot easier because all you're doing is adding 50 to 70 horsepower to the stock number. But if you want to get that same 400 horsepower out of 151 cubic inch inline 4, you're going to be adding somewhere in the neighborhood of 250 horsepower to that motor. The 400 cubic inch motor is going to take it in a lot more stride, a lot easier, lot less stress on the drivetrain than in that 151 cubic inch motor. Okay, I could put a blower or a supercharger on it. Well, this is true also. You could put a blower, you could put a supercharger on it, but I still go with put the larger motor in. You'll get your 400 horsepower to beat with, and if you still want to put that blower or supercharger on it, do it. You'll get even more power out of it than you will ever hope to out of that inline 4. So, in conclusion, bigger is better. More powerful engine, especially for a vintage muscle car. It just looks better, it sounds better, and you just don't have any replacement for displacement.